Well, we're excited to get back to work, and I think that showing improvement, getting better, correcting mistakes, and trying to find ways to play our best is always a goal. So we've got to continue to work hard to do that. There can't be any let up. Anytime you go on the road, you got to play a clean, sound football game, and that's what we're going to have to do in order to win. So I know we're looking forward to continue to work this week and going out west and playing a quality football team and trying to find a way to win.
Just kind of along those lines of the West Coast journey, how much do you, obviously you had more time in Hollywood than last year, but how much do you kind of use that experience to kind of figure out the logistics of making a trip like that? I think it's the first time.
Well, we've talked about it a lot, and I've done it a lot as a player, going out east to west, and I think we got a good plan. I think you stay on your normal routine as much as you can. You prepare all week. You go out there. The plane ride's a little bit longer than normal, and you get there and have your meetings and go out the next day and play. So I think we're going to not overemphasize all those things. We got a job to do, and I think we have a good plan to get our work done here, go out there and play football, and hopefully find a way to win.
How did you spend the last couple of weeks? You went into it on a good note, which is always good. So what's been going on this last week?
Well, I think the bye week came at a time where we've got some guys nicked up, and they need to get refreshed and get healthy and be ready for this last stretch of 3 football games. So, that was important that we did that. I felt for the most part we got that done. We continue to get at least a little bit of work in and preparation for Stanford. We got some young guys, some repetitions as well this past week, and then we got a bonus practice yesterday that I thought was beneficial. So we're on our normal week routine. The players are off today. We'll be back on the field tomorrow, and I think we will get a couple guys back that have been out that will hopefully help us and give us just a tad bit more depth, which at this point of the year you want as much as you can. So, we want to continue to improve, and we want to continue to try to play as clean as we can in all 3 segments and be very efficient doing it. So, we got to push ourselves to get that done.
Jeff, kind of building off that last question, you have the 20-point comeback at BC, you win at Clemson, but then you go right into a bye week. How do you kind of parlay that momentum through the bye week so that you just keep on trucking right along when you come out on the other side?
Well, I think the bye week came in at a time where, due to injuries and things like that, it was good to get guys refreshed. I do think that the last 6 quarters we've made improvement since the second half of the Boston College game, and we got to build on that. And it's important that all 3 segments continue to push themselves to perform their best. And we've identified numerous things that have happened throughout the year that have not gone our way, and we've tried to rationalize why it happened from a coaching standpoint, and then also how can we get our players to perform at the optimal level and the best level they can. And I think we've made some improvements there. We've got to continue to do that and make sure that the plan is precise, is easily understandable, and we can go out there and execute and play fast.
Bouncing off that, I know that sometimes you're not too crazy about bye weeks, but has there been something this year that you knew this week was coming up and maybe had in the back of your mind, like, all right, once we get to the bye, we get 2 weeks to be able to handle that, we should be able to hold?
Not in particular. I think going to Clemson, playing there before a bye week, you're thinking after that game you're going to have plenty of things to work on, we played one of our best games, so that was good to go on the road and get that done. And there just can't be a let up. And sometimes, anytime you have a big win, you can't have a let up. And if you do, you're going to get beat. And that's the way college football works now. It's more prevalent now than even in years past, where the parity is very close. You see it amongst all the conferences. Anybody can beat anybody on a given day. So our players should understand that. We talk about it a lot. It's been proven this year that we have to play really good football in order to win.
Jeff, I wanted to get your thoughts on scheduling. Like, as the conferences have all kind of expanded and become almost negative conference sizes, it seems like schedules are so imbalanced. You guys had to play basically the top 3 teams in the league, where others have kind of feasted off of not playing the best in the conference. Is there any solution that you see, any best approach to that? Would it even be better to go back to divisions so you would have locked in every year kind of before?
Well, I think, I look at it from a fan's perspective quite a bit as well, and I think, to have the best teams playing in the conference championship and the best teams in the playoff, that's the goal. Sometimes the scheduling will go in our favor, sometimes it won't. This year, we happen to play a lot of teams that are playing very well. But in the end, I think it all balances itself out over the years. So, I like a tough schedule, and I'd like to have some of these games back that we didn't find a way to win. But you learn from it, and you move on. We've won some close games too. They could have easily went the other way. So, we don't dwell on it too much. We know we got a good schedule. I thought we did before the season. It's been proven even more so as the season's gone on that it is, and that's the draw we had. You got to beat those teams. If you can beat the top teams and continue to win football games, everything will take care of itself. So we probably haven't thought about it a whole lot.
I think maybe 3 teams in the top 25 is a tough schedule ranked as yours. With 3 games left, I know you don't take them in 3-game sets, but is there a theme to the finish of this season? And is there a major motivation, not only in the next game, but just finishing well and strong, especially for those who were last year remembering it? Has there been any kind of look at that direction maybe?
Well, I think in the middle of the year, we made sure our team understood that, every game's a new challenge. You want to try to win every week and move on to the next one. But in the end, the real judgment is made at the end of the year of how your football team does. So we've got a lot of season left. There's 3 regular season games that we've got to prove that you're a good football team. You got to go win. And then at the end of the year, you look at the record and you hope you're where you'd like to be or somewhere close. And I just think that we found a way to improve this past week. It was good to see. It was fun to watch them play that way. It was fun to watch them excel in certain areas. But we can improve more, and we've got to continue to build on that. And just think that good football teams get better as the year goes on. It's not always easy. You got to be able to handle the tough moments, but you got to be able to handle the good moments too. And that'll be the test this week, is to be able to handle a good, solid win that has helped gain our team recognition. But you got to come through every week, and we have not done that consistently. We got to make sure that now we'll be challenged to do that consistently and win. 2 out of the last 3 on the road, and another one at home against another really good team.
Jeff, do you have an update on both Ben Perry and Maurice Turner?
You know what? Fortunately, Ben Perry has made great strides, and I believe he'll be able to play this week. And it's good to see him respond back. So we're excited about that because he's been playing good football for us, and we need to continue to utilize him. The second one was Maurice Turner, is that what you said?
Yes.
You know what? I'm hopeful Maurice can play this week and come back from his ankle injury, and he's looked good in practice this past week, and I'm hopeful that he can help us against Stanford.
What's been the mindset of the defense? They're a group that's kind of gotten picked on a little bit this season, but obviously, as you mentioned, over the last 6 quarters, they've improved significantly, especially against Clemson. During this bye week, have you seen an increased confidence and an increased swagger, so to speak?
Well, I definitely think that they believe that they can perform at a high level. As we've identified problems throughout the season, bottom line, a lot of times we've just given up a lot of easy, wide open plays. And for whatever reason the bust was, coaching-wise, player-wise, we had it. So it was a matter of, hey, we have to clean up these things here, and we've got to make this team earn their points. And I think if you make them earn it and you challenge things every play, you don't give up something wide open, you're going to have good success. And I think last week our defense definitely responded in that aspect, helped us play a cleaner game. Obviously, we had some good things on special teams happen to us as well that gave us momentum, but it's got to be about making the team earn their points, earn their yards, and I think if we do that and not give up those type of easy plays and big runs and wide open passes, we can play efficient, really good football. And I'd like to see our defense continue to improve each week and try to play as dominant as they can. And every week's going to be a challenge. This week we play a team that has a really good running quarterback. They've utilized in the last couple of weeks, and he can run. And you know what? We've had a hard time against running quarterbacks. A lot of quarterbacks have had their best yardage gain against us, which is not what we want to see. So we've got to try to put a stop to that, and this will challenge our defense to be able to contain a very athletic quarterback who can make plays and score points with his legs.
Kind of going back to the West Coast trip, between the Big Ten and the ACC this year, we've seen coaches handle it differently at varying degrees of success. What is, to you, is there a science behind having a good track record with that? I know looking just up north of Indiana, I remember when we went to UCLA, kind of quick turnaround for them. What is your plan for that, and how do you plan on making sense of continuing to use that road?
Well, like I said, I've done it as a player and a coach numerous times. There's a lot of different avenues you can go. In our opinion, and probably in Indiana's opinion, preparing on your normal schedule as much as you can and getting ready to play, and then not overemphasizing the length of the flight compared to another, getting off the plane, having a quick meeting, getting up in the morning, going and playing football is what you need to do. So, that's going to be our plan to a certain degree, and we feel confident that, our guys should be ready to play. And we're going to get all of our preparation done here for the most part and get out there, get a good night's rest, and get up and play the football game and then come back. And we're very confident that that's the best route to choose, and I've chosen both before. And this route, even in our past, has had more success. But I think in the end, even in the NFL, a lot of when I played on the east side of the country, this is the schedule you used. When you played on the west side and you're losing 3 hours, then you might have to adjust your schedule a little bit.
Us too. Jeff, I think you've talked in the past about being a big fan of the game, and you watch a lot of college football and pro football, and maybe find a player or two here or there to implement. Do you get a chance to do more of that on a bye weekend like this?
Well, we do, and we'll do it during the normal week as well. We'll find some time to get that done. But to me, to be really good, you've got to be able to be sound in what you're doing, but you got to have some creativity and be cutting edge a little bit, and make sure that you're up to date on why are some of these teams winning and what is the formula. And while we will for sure study in the off season, I think you can peek at things during the season. So whether it's a hot team in college or a really good team in the NFL, we'll look at things, and it's important that if you think that it can help you win, you're not scared to incorporate a few things. So definitely we always keep an eye on that, and I think it's important that we always do that. I'd love to be able to say these things worked last year, they're going to work again. It's not always the case. While some will, you've got to have a little bit of change, a little bit of creativity in all aspects of offense, defense, and special teams if you want to find a way to win. And that's part of coaching.
Talk about just staying on the routine despite the travel. How much does it help that it's a 3:30 game as opposed to when Miami gets to Cali was at 10:30?
Well, I think it helps. We always love getting up and going out and playing and not sitting around the hotel a whole lot. Doesn't always happen. So I think the timing is good. We like the schedule we have when we get out there. And really it's about going out there and playing for 4 quarters as well as you can. So we feel confident that as long as we have a good week of practice and we go out there and compete at a high level, that we need to understand that game day and the 60 minutes on the field are the most important, and playing at a high level. And I think hopefully we'll be ready for that. Yeah, thank you.